when the first announcement was made that the Indian Armed Forces are going to carry out an exercise like this, in the air, on the ground, as well as on the sea, strangely enough, there was a bit of a split opinion that one saw, across the social media, across people who usually talk or comment about issues, which frankly surprises me a little, because I think what people are perhaps not realizing and not understanding is that this is the most unconventional event the world has ever seen. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that even regulation wars that happen between nations are also conventional events. And why am I saying so? I'm saying so because in a war, you have an army, you have a very clearly identifiable enemy, and you also have a battle plan. This is one war where neither of this is available. You do not have a battle plan because you've never seen something like this before. You do not even know your enemy, so you don't even know who to fight. And you suddenly have been pitched forth into a situation which one has never ever faced before. So there is no real template or plan to go by. And I think what we've seen over the last 45 days or 2 months is this. A lot of people are calling the doctors and the healthcare professionals soldiers in white, and I think that's a very, very apt description, because this is one war that can actually cripple you without even a single bullet being fired. In fact, this is one war where even the army, the conventional olive green army, can also get crippled if they don't take enough precautions. I mean, thankfully, the Indian Army has done a wonderful job in securing and keeping their soldiers safe, and we haven't seen much except for one or two incidents at the start. So I think it's very important that these measures shouldn't be really looked upon extremely critically. That it's unconventional for sure, but it is also a way in which to tell the people who are really the key to our success against COVID virus, which is the doctors and the healthcare workers. Remember, it's very easy for them to get overwhelmed. We forget that doctors and health workers also have families who are scared and worried about their safety, and a lot of them have got infected as well. So it's extremely important that there is a sense of togetherness and a sense that the nation is with them and backing them should be there. And that is why I think, even though some people tend to see this critically, I'm one of those who actually doesn't see this very critically. It's a very unconventional event, and it does require very unconventional responses, even if it is the armed forces, showing their might and support by a display of men and bands and showering of petals. I mean, it is something that we should actually feel good about, because ultimately it is meant to motivate the very people who are going to be saving our lives, Apurva.
Absolutely, and it does really solve the entire purpose of motivating the people who are at the front line, in lifting the morale of all those who are battling an invisible enemy, as you said. And in a way, this is perhaps the third major display of gratitude to the health workers, and perhaps the first from the armed forces. And that also really sends across a very positive message. A sense of positivity is what we need right now at this time where we are dealing with a very unprecedented crisis of sorts.
Absolutely, and I think in the last 40 days or so, Apurva, you and I have both witnessed, and all the media houses have reported, how in many parts of the country we've seen some very unfortunate and I think very ignorant and very condemnable incidents where health workers were either attacked or ostracized or not accepted back by the society. Yes, there have been some very heartwarming visuals as well that have come in, where societies have actually welcomed them back when they've returned home after, say, a 5-day, 6-day, 10-day stint at hospitals. But a lot of cases we've seen where people have been ostracized. I mean, we saw some very horrible stories or news events coming in from Tamil Nadu, where even cremations of the health workers and our doctors was being disallowed. That can be very demotivating. And remember, motivation or demotivation is as contagious a problem as perhaps a virus is. When you see something happening to a colleague of yours in your same profession, where the society is ostracizing them, you tend to feel very negative and low about it. And I think we are judging this event, or some of the people who are actually being critical of this event are actually making the mistake of seeing it from a conventional prism. And for me, this is not a conventional time, and nothing of what a government or an armed force or any other agency does should be seen from a conventional prism. This is the time when unconventional responses are required, because we are expecting people to do unconventional things. How many times did we have a situation where every single doctor across the country, every single nurse across the country, every single medical attendant, compounders, cleaning workers who are working in hospitals were required to be present in hospitals for 18, 19 hours a day. They were required to work even though there may be a quarantine ward right next to them. This has never been asked for from this profession ever, and hence this requires an unconventional response. And I don't see why the Indian Armed Forces, who are our conventional battle soldiers, shouldn't come forward and show, their support of our new soldiers, and those are those soldiers in white, Purva.
Absolutely. And also, Vinay, we were, of course, looking at a minor delay perhaps that is going to take place owing to the weather conditions. It did rain in the national capital. It is still a bit cloudy here. Are we witnessing some kind of delay at this point for this entire gesture to begin?
Yes, there may be, because obviously a lot of it involves flypast, which is very linked to how the weather is going to be. In fact, a lot of north as well as the east of India, even Calcutta had cloudy weather all of yesterday. It was raining intermittently. So I think the Western Air Command and the Eastern Air Command would possibly have some bit of delays. That's my sense. Remember, there is a particular run order that the Indian Armed Forces have drawn up, where different arms of the Army and the Air Force are going to perform at different times. The Navy, of course, will kick in later in the evening, because the ships are going to be lit up, and that's going to happen when the sun starts going down. So clearly there can be a bit of delay, but I don't see, this is not like a 26th January parade where a delay can actually disrupt everything else. This is something that is possible to do even if there is a delay here or there. So that's fine. I think as long as the whole operation of giving a sense to our medical healthcare professionals and all the other people who are actually at the front line, the so-called corona warriors, which includes a whole lot of other people. There are a lot of unsung heroes we have as well. People who run our electric stations, the ones who keep our water supply going, people who are actually keeping all the basic distribution mechanism in place. They are all corona warriors. And I think it is, what is very necessary to understand is that their motivation levels, especially the motivation levels of doctors and hospitals, is critical for us. It's critical for the country's well-being, because this war is not over yet. I mean, even though the government may have started relaxing the lockdown guidelines from tomorrow, I think we are making a mistake by assuming that this is some kind of a cyclone that will actually blow away and get out of a country. It's not going to get out of a country. A virus comes in and is here to stay. Now the battle is how you're going to deal with the virus, how you're going to help the health infrastructure to cope up with the cases that will come in and help people get treated till this problem gets contained, or enough antibodies are developed in enough people and they kind of not react to the disease as much as they would at the start. So it's extremely necessary, Apurva, that we keep the morale up and keep the support going for all the medical health professionals so that they feel good, even though they're working under extremely difficult circumstances.
Absolutely. Vinay, request you to stay with us at this point. We'll keep coming back to you at this.
Absolutely, quite. The visuals are appeasable. We have seen that these are the real frontline corona warriors, ward boy, sweeper, guard, doctors, and they have been just tirelessly working in AIIMS Hospital of Bhopal just to serve, and they have risked their own life to save others. So this is what we can say, that a historical warm welcome. That is why it's being told, because this is the biggest welcome of all those who have risked their life to save others. And this is what we have just witnessed twice in Bhopal, the premises of AIIMS, where these corona warriors were welcomed by Air Force, and now in other hospital that helicopter has moved. So this is absolutely what we can say, a biggest challenge for the world and the big challenge for the state. And one more time, we can clearly see the picture of that helicopter is coming to shower the petals on these frontline corona warriors are waiting for that warm welcome. You can clearly see the picture of that Air Force helicopter is going to shower the petals to welcome all those corona warriors. And the showering starts, you can clearly see. This is that is why it's being told that this is the historical moment ever, the first time these warriors who have risked their own life to save others are being warm welcomed by Air Force. So this is a great gratitude. So we have just witnessed, this is the historical moment to receive the welcome of Air Force for fighting with corona crisis in the country, in Bhopal, in AIIMS premises. These all frontline corona warriors have been welcomed so warmly by Air Force.
All right. Also, Govind, it is extremely important because as we are witnessing how there is a sense of achievement, there is a sense of acknowledgement amongst the coronavirus warriors as well. What is the mood like on ground? Are there all smiles? Is there a sense of motivation? Because right now there is of course a sense of panic and anxiety amongst everyone. So what is the mood like on ground with these grand gestures by the armed forces?
Yeah, absolutely. They must be feeling gratitude and they are clapping. You can see, you can hear the sound of clapping by getting this warm welcome by these Corona warriors. Just we try to interact. कैसा लगा आपको इस तरह का सम्मान हुआ है आप
अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा, शहर अच्छा लगा।
आपका नाम क्या है?
रानी गर्मा।
अच्छा, अभी आपका हवाई जहाज से इस तरह से स्वागत हो रहा है, कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
अच्छा, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
अच्छा लगा।
अच्छा, और कुछ लोग हैं उनसे बात करेंगे। अभी आपका जो स्वागत हुआ है उससे लेकर आप क्या कहेंगे? जो हवाई जहाज से स्वागत हो रहा है आप
बहुत अच्छा लगा है।
कोरोना वॉरियर्स कहा जा रहा है आपको, सच्चे फाइटर हैं।
जी सर।
दूसरों की जिंदगी बचाने के लिए खुद की जिंदगी दांव पर लगा के।
सर अच्छा लगा।
आप क्या कहना चाहिए?
सब अच्छा लगा।
अच्छा, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
बहुत बढ़िया सर।
So this is what a kind of warm welcome is being realized by these frontline Corona warriors. They are quite appeasable with this kind of warm welcome by the Air Force in this quite an amazing manner in which the aerial welcome was being offered to all those Corona warriors standing there in the queue in the premises of AIIMS Bhopal.
All right, Govind, many thanks for joining us and bringing us those extremely heartwarming visuals and also speaking to some of those coronavirus warriors. We salute every single coronavirus warrior who has been standing at the front line dealing with an invisible enemy like the coronavirus.